Well, the CWU's had a very busy week at the TUC Conference in Brighton. And Andy Kerr, the Deputy General Secretary, Telecoms and Financial Services, was in on the first debate, speaking on our long-running campaign for rights for agency workers. Through the week, the CWU's been contributing on a whole host of issues. In particular, Dave Wisher from Bristol was able to get on a debate around the BBC and point out the pitfalls of the effects of privatisation on public sector and public services. Able to re-emphasise our long-running and total opposition to the privatisation of Royal Mail. We have Bob Maguire from the Newcastle up on a debate on regional pay, again re-emphasising CWU policy. So we've had the opportunity through the debates to get up and support other unions in their campaigns, but re-emphasising our own policies. In addition to that, we had our own motions and amendments down on the agenda. In particular, the General Secretary spoke on the plight of people in Gaza and the need for the TUC to send a delegation to visit there. And I was up on our continued fight against racism and fascism, supporting a motion from the PFA to make sure that the TUC carries on its long-standing fight against racism. There have been a couple of positive outcomes to the week, and most notably was a debate on Sunday about the government's plans to water down the Criminal Injuries Compensation Act, which directly affects our members, particularly large numbers of our members who are injured through dog attacks each year. The process that the government wanted to introduce would make it much more difficult and in reality much more unlikely that people would receive compensation. The debate took place on Sunday, outlining the TUC's total opposition, and on Tuesday night the government actually withdrew its bill at committee stage in House of Commons, so we see that as a victory for the trade union movement. Overall, the theme of the week was a future that works. The TUC has organised a major march and rally in London on October the 20th, which is laying down our opposition to this government's relentless and concerted attack on the working class of this country, an attack on pensions, the welfare state, housing, pay, making workers the responsible for the crisis caused by the bankers. And of course, we were part of a debate that took place about the TUC having to consider the practicalities of a general strike in opposition to that. This is a long-standing CWU policy, has been CWU policy since 2011, and I was able to speak in debate supporting that. But so the whole emphasis of the week was geared towards making sure that there's a future for working people in this country, and it's a future that works for the whole country, which will culminate in our demonstration and march and rally on October the 20th, which the CWU will be playing a huge and hugely important part.